Chapter 38, the description of the cooking and the handi, penance for the Krita Yuga, knowledge for Treta Yuga, sacrifice for the Dwapara Yuga, and charity for Kali Yuga are the important means to attain nirvana. Always do charitable acts. One should pacify hunger by giving food in charity. Baba himself used to cook food and serve to the hungry. The description of the handi vessel is what is discussed in this chapter. When an uninvited guest arrives at any odd time, then he should be given some food. Therefore, Baba too established the tradition of giving food in charity. Giving money or doing any other charity is imperfect without giving food in charity. In the courtyard of the masjid, Baba arranged a big hearth. He placed a huge vessel on it. Sometimes he cooked sweet rice and sometimes pulao with mutton. Sometimes he prepared wheat flour dumpling and cooked them in the varan. Sometimes he made wheat rods, rolled out wheat panji and put them very gently in the varan that was being cooked together with dumplings. He himself grinded all the spices on the stone and cooked all the food. After preparing the mungavadi with his own hands, he slowly put them into the cooking vessel with the hope of getting a place in the heavens. Animals are sacrificed even by Brahmins. The Shastras accepted this ritual killing. Similarly, Baba invited the mullah to recite the Quranic verses before killing the goat in keeping with the religious custom. There are two kinds of cooking vessels, sometimes big and sometimes small. The small vessel held enough food for 50 persons. The bigger one was large enough to feed 100 persons and have some food left over. For preparation of food, Baba went personally to the grocer and had him drawn up the accounts. He paid immediately in cash. There was no question of credit. Salt, chilies, cumin seeds, peppercorns, vegetables, coconut, cobra, etc. Baba bought all these things personally after carefully deciding upon the items. Sitting in the masjid and setting up the grinding stone with his own hands, Baba would grind there the wheat, the pulses and the millets. Even the grinding of the spices, rearrangement of the firewood in the hut, on and off as needed to make the flames high and low. After soaking the pulses, grinding them himself on the grinding stone, Baba would make the dishes well spiced and palatable. After well kneading the wheat dough, coiling it to an adequate length, he would make small balls, roll them out and make big chapatis. After satisfying himself that the food was properly cooked, the vessel would be taken to the masjid. Getting the Maulavi to say Fatiha over the food, he would be sent to Mahal Sapati and Tatya first. Then Baba would serve the food to everyone by his own hands. The poor and the weak felt contented after eating this food. Fortunate were the people who were served by Baba himself. Those who were not accustomed to non-vegetarian food in his life were not allowed to eat or touch it. Sometimes Baba tried to serve non-vegetarian food to the vegetarian out of humor. One on Ekadashi day, Baba said to Dada Kelkar, "Will you bring some mutton for me from Korhala?" For that, Sai took out some amount, counted and gave them to Dada. He said, "Go yourself. You should yourself do this." Ganesh Damodar Kelkar, an elderly Brahmin, had extreme love for Baba. To obey Guru's order and please him was the real dakshina according to him. Therefore, he quickly changed his dress and set out to the village. When Sai called him back and said, "Oh, you can send someone to make this purchase. You need not to take unnecessary trouble of coming and going yourself." So Dada sent Pandu, the servant, as he started on his way. Baba said, "Ask him to come back. Let it be for today." Baba never took the help to prepare the cooking vessels. As soon as Mahadu mixed the mud with the water, then taking the trowel in his hand, Baba would lay the bricks one upon the other to build the wall. He smeared the cow dung in the masjid himself. He sieved the kafni and langoti himself. When the steam came out of the cooking vessel, Baba rolled up his sleeves, pushing his arms inside, churned the whole mass from side to side, up and down. Seeing the vessel bubbling and in need of stirring, Baba would show his incredible leela at such a time. Imagine the hand of a flesh and blood and a boiling hot vessel, but there was not a mark of scalding and burning on his hand or any expression of fear on his face. Once Baba made pulav and said to Dada, "Have you seen how pulav has been turned out?" Dada, a regular practitioner of rituals of baths and prayers, did not even see the pulao and had not even tasted it, but said that the pulao was tasteful. To this Baba said, "Ho, take off the lid of the cooking vessel and feel it with your own hands." Then, taking his hand himself, he thrust it into the pot and said, "Take out your hand, take a ladle, and serve it in a platter. Do not care for your orthodoxy. Do not unnecessarily bluster." So, until 1910, this business of cooking went on and off. Thereafter, Das Ganu started singing Sai's greatness in Mumbai. From then onwards, the young and the old, the crowd of the people started coming to Shirdi. Varan, rice, sheer, puri, chapatis, chutneys, salads, and different kinds of panchamrit kheers. Heaps of food descended, canopies and the whisk and reverberated, and Shirdi became a place of pilgrimage and very holy for the visitors. Some people said that Sai was a Brahmin, some that he was a Muslim, but nobody knew when he was born or who were his parents. If he was a Muslim, how would there be worship on fire in the masjid or a Tulsi Vrindavan? How would he have permitted the blowing of conch, playing of thal, and reciting the katha and kirtan in the masjid? Baba allowed the application of sandal paste and to eat with others. How could it be tolerated by a Muslim? If he was a Muslim, would he have been renovated and repaired the temples by spending his own money? After bath, would he have worn an expensive pitambar? He never tolerated the slightest disrespect to any deities. Once, when Baba was sitting in the masjid, Nana Sahib Chandorkar with his brother-in-law Bini Wale came and after doing obeisances sat in front of him and started talking about the welfare of one another. Baba got angry to Nana and said, "Nana, how is it that you have forgotten? After having spent such a long time in my company, is this the only what you have learned?" He clutched Baba's feet and asked the reason for his anger. Baba said, "When did you come to Kopagawan? Where did you get down on the way? Or did you come straight to Shirdi?" Nothing could be concealed here before Baba. He knew it well. To deceive the Guru is a great sin, from which there is atonement. Biniwala was a Datta devotee. He wished to take darshan of Datta on the banks of Godavari, but I was in a hurry to come to Shirdi, so I prevented him and told him that we could take the darshan on the return journey. Later, while bathing in the Godavari, a big bright thorn pierced my foot and I could pull it out only with much effort. Thus Nana narrated the whole incident to this. Baba said, "It is not good to be in such a haste. This time you had only the thorn to contend with. When a much venerated deity like Datta is on the way, unfortunate is he who has not taken darshan. How can I help such a person?" This story shows that Baba never liked the disrespect of one's worshipping deity. One had to be incredibly fortunate to get even a grain of food touched by Baba's hand, because if received some, the eater would be purified and his life's mission achieved. Sometimes white, fluffy rice with varan flavors with fresh ghee, tasted soury, surrounded with varieties of vegetables, pickles, papad, raitas, varieties of baratas, curds, and buttermilk was served. Blessed were those who ate such divine food. Vadas, sanjoria, puris, shikaran, vegetables and salads were mixed by Baba. Then he filled the platters high and passed to Shama and Nana to distribute. Baba's daily food was full of kheer, shira and kalya. That was once one had to eat. There could be no shilly-shallying, even to a small degree. While eating food, somebody would ask for rice and curd. If curd was not available, he would ask for buttermilk. Once Baba gave a glass full of buttermilk to Hemant Pant. When he put it to his lips, Baba said to him, "Oh, drink all of it. You will not get such an opportunity again." After some time, he realized the truth, because 2 months later, Baba's avatar was no longer manifest. Shirdi became a pilgrimage because of Sai who lived there. Blessed were the women of Shirdi who sang about the glories of Sai while bathing, grinding and chuffing corn. Chand Patil was an instrument. From the age of 18, he was accustomed to the celibate life. He laid down anywhere in the night. At night, he slept in a place where there was a ditch earlier and was now the village's dung heap. Later, after many years, a magnificent mansion was erected over it, where Baba took his samadhi. Chandorkar used to press Baba's feet sitting in masjid. While pressing Baba's feet, he muttered the Gita to himself. Om Shri Sai Nathaya Namaha.